Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video for the winter build series. It is now officially December and you know what that means. It's time for the Christmas holiday builds. I'm so excited. I would be lying if I said I wasn't waiting all year for this. And we are starting off this holiday season strong with the Every Room is a Different Christmas Movie challenge. I've already went ahead and built us a classic little Christmas house. I know it's snowing so you can't really see much of it, but I wanted the snow. Well, I just can't wait to get into the build, so let's spin for our first room. We'll start in the living room. Let's head over to the wheel. Here we are. I know there are so many Christmas movies out there and I cannot fit them all, but we got a good handful of the classics. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel. I'm hoping we get a really cute little festive one. Oh, yes, yes, yes. A Charlie Brown Christmas. Name a cuter choice. A Charlie Brown's Christmas very much takes place outside in the snow. I was gonna say we could go all out and do a snow flooring, but I don't even think we have one. We could do like a white carpet. I feel like that's better anyway. And it's mainly dark, starry, and snowy outside. Unfortunately, that sky ceiling paint from Horse Ranch is not a wallpaper. That would have been perfect. The only other thing I can think of is this, which is not really ideal, but we can make it work. And duh, we need a fireplace. Oh, they even have Christmas fireplaces. I don't know if I'm gonna do that though, because the Charlie Brown Christmas fireplace is a classic brick one, which maybe this is the closest. And of course we need some Christmas decorations on top of it, like this holiday garland. I went ahead and custom placed it, and from the pictures that I've seen, this hanging one looks exactly like the one on the fireplace. So what I'm gonna do is just remove the walls for a second so it doesn't try to snap onto the wall. I might even shrink it down because it's a bit big, and we'll have it hanging like that, which does seem pretty dangerous. It's pretty close to the fire. Definitely a fire hazard. Charlie Brown is already sad enough in that movie. We don't need more tragedies. Also, I know there's shadowing on the garland. I think that's just how it has to be. It's okay, just don't look too closely. I'm just getting in some basic white couches, and one of the key points to this story is Charlie Brown's little Christmas tree. And when I say little, I mean little, like scrawny even. So this is not gonna cut it. We're gonna have to find a sad looking houseplant. I would say maybe this one from Businesses and Hobbies, just sized down really small, because it's very small, it's very twiggy, it barely has any leaves, and that is very similar to how the real one looks. And it has one measly ornament hanging down from it, and it is a red ornament. We do not have ornaments in this game. So my solution is to use an apple and make it look like an ornament. And even though there's just a measly Christmas tree, we can still get a large pile of presents, because there's gotta be enough to go around to all of the friend group. Speaking of the friends, we need to include Snoopy in some way. And guys, this toy box kind of looks like Snoopy. I think it's actually a Dalmatian because I see some spots, but it's okay. We can of course pretend. We can get him a little dog bed. The big ones don't fit so much. We gotta get him some food and water. Of course, we don't have water in this game, but we're gonna pretend that one bowl's for food and the other's for water. Let's get some Christmas decoration. We'll get a wreath on the door. We'll hang up some Christmas cards. Maybe all their friends got each other a card. Some of these garlands just above the doorways. Oh, maybe we could get that dog Blarfy. They don't have one that looks exactly like Snoopy, but this one is close enough. We can just go with this one. And maybe I'll size it down because Snoopy is kind of small. I really wish we had dog houses in this game because Snoopy has a dog house. And it's so dumb because in this picture it shows a dog house, but we don't have one, so why is it there? Like at that point, just give us a dog house. Maybe we'll get another Christmas banner over here, and we could try to represent the characters with toys, and all together of course they do their Christmas singing, Christmas caroling, so maybe we can replicate their little Christmas concert. And if I have room, I might put a Christmas tree behind them because his Christmas tree starts off looking all sad and kind of wimpy, but together they decorate it. It's still kind of small, but they make it look much prettier by adding ornaments and all that stuff with a touch of love and friendship. But yeah, we've got a microphone. Let's get a guitar maybe. I feel like I should size these things down since the characters look so small. And how should we represent them? Should we use toys or should we use gnomes? Well, we could use this bear to represent Snoopy. I know it's a panda, but it's black and white. Okay, give me a break. But yeah, for the others, I think I am gonna use gnomes. Is it going to accurately represent them? Not at all, but I figured it's better than nothing. We can get this guy. He's very happy, and his shirt is kind of yellow like Charlie Brown's. We could do a blue one because Lucy usually wears like a blue dress. This pink one can be Sally, and this one also has a pink shirt. It's the closest to red I could find. I feel like that could be Linus over in the back. And oh my gosh, this could be Woodstock. That is so funny. Why does this actually remind me of him? I mean, this one is actually a bird. Maybe it's more accurate. Maybe we could put that somewhere too. Well, there's our little Peanuts concert. I think that's gonna wrap it up for our Charlie Brown Christmas living room. Was it pretty difficult? Yes, it was. I kind of expect all of these to be a little difficult, but for what it was, I think we did pretty well, and I love the little Peanuts Christmas concert. I think it's so cute. That really brought it together. Okay, super cute. Now let's move into the kitchen, which is this room right here. I would love to get Elf. If we do, I would make our sim make some spaghetti, because if you know the movie, he makes some candy spaghetti. Okay, well, let's spin. This time we are going to get, oh, it's so close, another cute classic. Oh, I love Little Frosty. We're gonna get lots of snowmen in here. I know this is so weird because it's a kitchen, but he's literally made of snow. We have to make the floor look like snow. I think for the wallpaper, we'll just get a light blue to match the outside where he is, and we'll get some snowflakes too, which comes in the free holiday pack. I'm seriously just gonna get those all around. I think we'll just get some white snowy looking counters. We'll get in a cute little fridge. This one kind of reminds me of a snowman, I think because it's slightly rounded. And I also like that icy blue color. So we'll get the matching stove, which doesn't look like the same color, but I think it's just the lighting. We could even get a similar colored sink from the kitchen clutter kit. Oh, we totally need some hot cocoa. That is one of my favorite parts of Christmas. I love hot chocolate. It's so cozy, especially if you have some whipped cream or marshmallows. I would love to hear what your guys' favorite parts of Christmas are, or just winter in general, or other holidays you may celebrate. I just really love hearing from you guys. I'm just getting in some tea because I love tea as well. It's also very cozy. Coffee too, but I really don't like the taste of coffee. Some people do, and that just confuses me. Whenever I make coffee, I add so much creamer because I don't want it to taste like coffee at all. So it's just funny to me that some people make their coffee taste like coffee. Sorry, what kind of tangent am I going on right now? Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm actually going back into the Charlie Brown room because I found the perfect birdhouse for Woodstock. Just felt like I had to add that in. So if you're not well acquainted with the story of Frosty, he is a very friendly snowman that comes alive when his hat is placed on his head. It looks pretty similar to this one from Seasons, so we will use that to represent his magical top hat. This rug kind of reminds me of the icy pond that they ice skate on. Okay, we don't have much room on the walls, but I need to add in this snowman decal. I used this freezer bunny one in the other room, but I think I'm gonna add more because these remind me of the kids he was playing with. I know they're very copy and paste. I wish we had more options. Now, where are those snowmen? I know I put some outside, so let me get those. We'll get a Frosty and a baby Frosty. Or my bad, Crosby the Glow Man. So a Crosby and a baby Crosby. And this room I'm adding in may seem random, but the main reason I'm adding it in is because Frosty has a little broomstick. We do have a proper dining room, but I think I'm gonna have just a couple chairs in here to fill in the open space in the middle. Oh, we have another snowman from the holiday pack. That is perfect. That looks a lot like him with the hat and the candy cane. I tried to make it look very fun and festive in here, you know, since the whole movie is just Frosty and the kids having fun. I really like the Frosty color scheme we have going on, and overall I just think this one turned out pretty good. Make sure by the end of this to let me know what your favorite room ends up being, and maybe what your favorite Christmas movie is too, even if it's not on the list. Okay, we are heading into the dining room, which is pentagon shaped. Don't ask me why, but it just worked with the floor plan. Our list is only getting shorter and shorter. For this next one, we are going to get oh, A Christmas Story. This is definitely a very classic Christmas movie from the 80s, and there is a lot to this story, which is kind of overwhelming, but that also means we have a lot to inspire us. I'm actually looking at a picture of the inside of the house for the dining room, and unfortunately it looks just like this. It's got some pretty crazy brown checker tile. Not my first choice, but if that's how it looks, then we gotta go with it. For once in my life, I made a pretty big dining room. Turns out I don't even need it because their table is a small 4-seater. I'm struggling to find an exact replica. I mean, to be completely honest, this is the most similar. These other ones just aren't really cutting it. Why don't we have a basic table? Maybe this one from Adventure Awaits? I mean, this is like a plastic looking table. Maybe we shouldn't use it. We can use this one even though it's not exactly spot on. For the chairs, we just have some white chairs like these ones. It looks like their fridge and stove are actually in here, which is obviously not gonna work. We already have our kitchen, but I do see some like kitchen cabinets, and it's kind of green actually, which is unfortunate for us. And we can get some food and cooking ingredients left out, like the mom was just getting done cooking the grand meal. Maybe we could at least get like a coffee machine or something, and we'll get this nice little mug tray. So at one point you see little Ralphie, that's the main character, dressed in a pink bunny onesie, and also maybe the pink bunny Blarfy, because it's more human sized, it looks more like him. That's funny, I like that a lot. Now one of the famous things in this movie is the leg lamp, and I just don't know how I'm supposed to replicate that. I would love to give it a try though. I would say the lamp part kind of looks like this with the tassels, but I doubt we have a leg in this game, so what can we do instead? Oh my gosh, okay, this might have to be what we go with. That looks so dumb. But if you squint a lot, it kind of looks like a leg. Not really, but just go with it. And this is gonna be so dumb to put in here. I'm also gonna have to size it down a lot. That's almost too small. Maybe we have a better one. Not really. I mean, maybe this, but it's okay. I can make this work. You have to know the famous scene where Ralphie's friend Flick gets his tongue stuck on a freezing pole because they get bullied a whole lot. Yeah, I guess I'll just add in a pole to kind of represent that. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this instead because this one looks so puny, but this is just a cottage living pole with a flag raised up and sized down on top of it. I think it looks a lot more similar to the one in the movie too. I guess that one was kind of brown if I'm remembering correctly, so maybe we can change the color to this rusted looking one. You guys, we are done with the Christmas story dining room. I added in that bow and arrow from Adventure Awaits because if you don't know, Ralphie asks for a gun for Christmas, which is why you might know the famous quote, "You'll shoot your eye out, kid," in reference to Ralphie because he's not very coordinated. We don't have guns in this game, I guess, why would we? So in place of that, I put a bow. I'd still find a way to hurt myself with that too. So far, that is my favorite. I love the lamp so much. I think that was pretty funny. Let's move into here, which is the office. Spinning again for our fourth room of the house. This build is taking me so long, you guys. I didn't expect it to, but I'm just being such a perfectionist. Oh, I forgot to get rid of A Christmas Story, but we're not gonna do it again. Sorry about that. Here we go. Let's give this another try. We are actually gonna get The Grinch. The Grinch That Stole Christmas. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. Why do I honestly think he's so cute? Just look at that face. This one is gonna be so fun. I'm gonna get this Christmas light because even though the Grinch hates Christmas, he goes down into Whoville, which they love Christmas over there. Also very snowy, so we're bringing in the carpet again. It's also a dark, starry night there, so I could use the same wallpaper that we used in the Charlie Brown room, but I do want to switch it up, and I might do a green wallpaper to match the color of the Grinch. Now, no offense to him, but he is a pretty ugly green, like actually like this. I prefer this color. It's like the pastel version of him, but I don't know, maybe we should just sacrifice the looks to make it look like him. This color right here is a little more spot on. Also, I was able to find some Grinch pictures from the gallery. This is by this creator right here. We can get a whole bunch of these. I really like the one with his dog. I think his name is Max. There, we could do something like that. And maybe one more size down over here. And I'm wondering if maybe I should go into live mode and frame the canvases. Sometimes I don't like how that looks. I still don't get why we can't change the color on them. I think that is insane. Whatever, I think that's good enough. Ew, these are the perfect Grinch color. This is an office, so we should put a desk in. Maybe a kind of basic one, because he himself doesn't care about appearance, really. And this can be where he plots all his evil plans. You know, like his plans to sneak into Whoville and steal all the presents and the food. We'll give him some weird, questionable green jars on his desk. We'll get a bunch of presents since he steals them. A Christmas decoration box since he needs it to disguise himself. We'll get a dog Blarfy to represent Max. Max is a little brown dog, so we'll get in a Blarfy, but he disguises Max as a reindeer, so I'll get in these reindeer decals. Oh, this looks so much like little Max. Do we have anything that looks like Cindy Lou Who? I feel like we don't, but I'm just looking, giving it a shot. The closest I can think of is this doll, and honestly, we're just gonna use her. I'll get in some of these to pretend like they're toys that he stole. He definitely would have stolen some fruitcake. I kind of feel like we should get some fairy lights in his room because he does end up kind of liking Christmas towards the end. Maybe I should add in a little dog bed for Max. Oh, we should do this one. We can put it under one of the reindeers like it's Max dressed up as the reindeer. And I like that one because it's a green egg because the Grinch is from Dr. Seuss and Dr. Seuss also wrote Green Eggs and Ham. Okay, well I think that is going to be pretty good for our Grinch study. This one is so funny and definitely definitely a little interesting, but I love the Grinch pictures and I love the little Maxes we have around the room. It's pretty cute and a good movie too. I think I'm gonna move upstairs because I'm gonna do the bathrooms last, and I'm also not gonna spin for the 2 stairways because first of all, we don't have that many movies on our list. So we move on to the bedrooms, my favorite part always. Let's do this kid's bedroom over here. Bedrooms are always so fun to do, so I hope we get a good one. I'm still crossing my fingers that we get Elf. I love Elf, but let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, are we gonna land on Elf? No way! I literally just said I wanted Elf. This is also perfect for a kid's room since he kind of acts like a kid. I might use this Christmas light again because he loves Christmas. I mean, obviously he does. He was mistaken as an elf. And so he grew up in the North Pole, although he's actually not an elf, so he leaves and searches for his real parent, who is a very rude, selfish man, and he has no Christmas spirit. I'm gonna get a bunch of silly little Christmas decorations to fit with how silly Buddy is. Buddy is the elf's name, and it's impossible to go over the top in decorations here because Buddy is very over the top, so I'm just trying to match his energy. I don't really know what to do for the flooring and wallpaper. He needs something colorful, and I was thinking since his outfit is green and yellow, we could make the room green and yellow. I don't really like any of the green options. I think I might just go with this one. I know it's very muted. I just wish it wasn't so blue. I wish it matched the decorations. Whatever, we need to move on. I think that is good enough. You know, I would hate to give a kid a Murphy bed, but in the movie when Buddy goes home to his father, they don't have a room for him, so he sleeps on the pull-out couch. So that is what we're gonna give him, and since he loves Christmas so much and he really tries to get the family to also like Christmas, mainly the dad, because the dad's like a Grinch, we should get a Christmas tree in here. We'll get him some Christmassy candles, definitely some more Christmas decorations with this rug, or maybe this one. This is so his vibe. And we can have it on a slant. It makes sense. He's not the cleanest. He's quite the mess, actually. We'll get a little snowman. Definitely a big batch of presents. We should give him a desk, but a super small desk. Because back at the North Pole, he used to go to school, and there's a scene of him trying to sit at the desk, and he's just way too big. That's so cute. It's so tiny. I guess we could get in some toys as well. Maybe Blarfy and a little doctor playset. And this guy loves candy. He loves his sweets. Don't we have like lollipops and stuff in businesses and hobbies? Probably in the debug, I would assume. And it's perfect because they are giant lollipops. Oh my gosh, seriously, this is perfect. This one kind of looks like a candy cane peppermint swirl. We'll get this icy blue one. I'm gonna need another shelf because I also want to get some of this cotton candy. Sprinkles Galaxy cotton candy. That is definitely the one for him. This one looks like one of his wild creations as well. And I guess that's gonna be it for the candy. Okay, now let's get another shelf. Maybe we can put it over here above these presents and get all of our cotton candy up here. Not all of them seem to fit, but that's okay. Maybe we can get the rest next to the candles on the nightstand, although I feel like they would burn, but he's not the smartest anyway. I'm getting more of these decals. I feel like he would love these. This one actually reminds me of him because it's just so silly, just like him. Okay, I know it's not that big of a space, but I think it's perfect. I love all the Christmas decorations. I love the candy. I love the presents, the toys. A little bit of mess because he doesn't know how to do his laundry, but yeah, it's super fun in here and I really like it for Buddy. You already know we had to come back another day because it's taking quite a while, but I did just quickly off camera do our hallways because they're so small I didn't want to waste one of our movies on them, but of course I still try to make them look very Christmassy, and I made it kind of a traditional Christmas look. And up here we have our upstairs stair landing, which is super cute. I love those curtains. I never get to use them. Anyway, let's move on to our next bedroom. I believe we have 5 rooms left, but only 6 movies, so we're pretty much using everything on the list. So for this bedroom, let's see what we get. I think this is gonna be like a teenager's room. I guess the movie can help decide that. Oh, Home Alone. Okay. I was a little worried to get this one because nothing really comes to mind with how to decorate it. You know what? What am I thinking? The movie takes place inside of a house and I can try to replicate his parents' bedroom. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. That's when he like jumps on the parents' bed and stuff. Wait, this bed from Cats and Dogs is like the same as the one in the movie. It's red. It has a very similar bed frame. It seems like there's a fireplace across from the bed, but that is like such a narrow space. I might just put it over here instead since it fits a little better. You can barely see, but it looks like there's there's some wall sconces above it, as well as a little Christmas wreath. Oh, just thinking ahead, I should also put a phone in, because the kid who's left home alone, his name's Kevin. The mom tries to call him over the phone, but I believe the phone lines are out, and there's also points of the movie when he's on the phone as well. The rug definitely has some sort of pattern, kind of like this one from Paranormal. Not me forgetting to do the wallpaper. Why do I always do that? Although I don't know if we'll be able to match it because it's like a red floral wallpaper. If I had my CC, I would have, because I have one that looks exactly like that. This one's very similar, except the flowers are pink rather than red. Oh, we also have this cottage living one, which does have a reddish tone, but it's not as similar, so I think we should stick with this. They have something hanging over their bed, but I'm not sure what it is. At first I thought it was some rosemary. I don't know, it's a very specific decal. The flowers are hanging on something that looks green, and I'm just gonna use this ivy. It's close enough, and I'm gonna get some of these red bows, because there's also two big red bows hanging down from it. There, I think that is pretty accurate as we can get. There's pictures next to the bed, which kind of remind me of these Discover University ones. There's some sort of trunk at the end of the bed. I might do this base game one instead. I believe I see some fire tools, which, by the way, I looked up fire tools in the search, and they didn't show up because they're called Tools of Fire. Yes, I am supposed to know that. I love the creative naming in this game, but sometimes I just wish things would pop up when I search for it. It looks like they have some sort of plant around it too. I don't really know what else is in here. There's not very many angles of the bedroom. There is sort of like a bookshelf next to the bed though. It's a little closer, but we have windows in the way. Oh wait, maybe I should get this at the front of the bed instead. I feel like it looks more like this. There's a lot of clutter happening. And I'll squeeze in just another little trunk. I feel like that's kind of all I see that we can go off of. So for the rest of it, we'll just decorate, and I might even get some things to represent all the booby traps he laid throughout the house. I'm just gonna add in a couple of necessary items like a mirror and a dresser. We'll get some clutter as well. I might even get some like mess around the place. Like this synthetic food rug, which is disgusting. Because Kevin was so excited that he has the house to himself, everyone is gone. There's no rules. He can eat as much junk food as he wants. He can make messes. He's just really having the time of his life. So we'll also get some food around. Oh, and of course I should add in a TV because he was also very excited to watch some rated R movies. We'll get some boxes of cereal. I'll put one on the dresser. I might even put one on the bed. Like I said, there's no rules whatsoever. We'll even get some shoes on the bed. Now that we've got the basic layout, let's get some of the booby traps in, which is going to be so fun. I have a list of his booby traps we can try and replicate. So for one of them, he hung up paint cans so that any burglars walking through would get hit by them. He also made a burning hot doorknob. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna take our handy dandy apple again, and I'm gonna put it over the doorknob. So if you don't look too closely, it just looks like a burning hot red doorknob. He also uses tarantulas. I don't know if we have anything like a spider. I know there's like a wall decoration in the spooky stuff pack. I don't have that pack, so we gotta make something else work. I'm looking at the bugs that come with Outdoor Retreat. No tarantulas, but maybe we could do a stink bug. I do not see a bug in there anywhere, you guys, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's just the cage of the tarantula because the tarantulas are let out loose. He also had fire and like a flamethrower. Maybe we could just get like candles to represent that. And I'm looking in debug to get these pouches because the burglars also get hit with cement bags, which sounds really painful. I honestly feel bad for the burglars. Oh my gosh, wait, this looks like the flame torch. No way, I did not think we'd be able to find something like that. Okay, that seems pretty good to me. Cake, oh my gosh. Oh, it just goes away. That would have been perfect. Do all of them just disappear? Dang it, the only things that stay are the fruit, which we know he would not be eating fruit. He only wants junk food. Oh my gosh, wait, the cupcakes work. We'll give him a bunch of cupcakes to eat. Okay, I'm actually loving this one. I think this one is turning out so good. I think the very last thing that I'm going to do is add in that Blarfy from Businesses and Hobbies. Benjamin is his name. And if we get him in this black and white sweater, he looks like a burglar. One of the burglars is tall, and the other one is a little bit shorter. There we go, there is our Home Alone bedroom. I think all of these debug items are starting to lag my game, but it's so worth it because this looks so good. I love all the junk food, I love all the booby traps, our two little burglars, and I think we did a pretty good job replicating the parents' bedroom. Too bad that wasn't for the actual parents' bedroom, which is what we're going to do next. This is the last bedroom, it's the biggest bedroom, so we really need a good one to be able to fill up all that space. So I'm hoping we get one that's not too hard. Oh my gosh, please stop. Yay! Okay, if you guys saw my spooky build series and my every room is a different Halloween movie video, you know this was on the list back then too. In my opinion, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie, but this time we're gonna lean more into the Christmas side. I'm still gonna make it pretty dark and black and white just like Jack Skellington. Don't ask me why, but this flooring reminds me of the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland. Ooh, maybe we do like a creepy looking wallpaper but use red so it's kind of festive. I don't even remember what I did for the Nightmare Before Christmas room last time. The only thing I do remember is the nightstands, because this one from Realm of Magic reminds me of the mountain he walks on when he's singing Into the Moon on that curled mountain. It has like a curled top. I don't know, I'll show a picture. I'm not very good at explaining things. And instead of putting like a normal Christmas tree in here, I'm gonna get this, which looks like a dead tree, which looks like the Christmas tree he has, because Jack Skellington, he tries to make Christmas, but in the end it just looks so creepy. The toys are monsters, everything is scary or even dangerous, because that's just what Christmas looks like from the Pumpkin King. We'll get a present pile surrounding the Christmas tree, and I got these orange ones because they're kind of more Halloween-y. And let's look back into Debug for creepy items that we can use as ornaments. Oh, lovely. We can get a heart, because everyone loves hanging organs on their tree. Ew, a plunger? That's just disgusting. Oh yeah, a dead piranha. Some more scary dead fish as presents. In the movie, I think they actually gave someone a dead fish. Oh, this batfish, that is so perfect. We'll get a ducky that looks like an innocent toy, but it actually has razor sharp teeth and it's gonna bite you. I think to really top off the tree, we should get a lump of coal to really ruin the Christmas spirit. And Jack Skellington is still the Pumpkin King, so we should get some pumpkins around. I think we could get a Christmas rug and also a Halloween rug. Now, before I forget, we cannot forget about Zero. We'll get him a little doggy bed. I like this monster one. It's very fitting. And we can do a doggy bowl. Now, I do need like a dresser of some sorts. I guess we could do this creepy looking one. We'll also get kind of a creepy mirror. But like I said, we cannot forget about the Christmas decorations in this one. We can get some little decals, but we'll mix it in with some spider webs. The reindeer, because Zero was a reindeer. I think we could also get some spooky decals like the ghosts. I'm gonna use this freezer bunny one again because it kind of looks like he's wrapped up like a mummy. So it's a play on both Halloween and Christmas. We'll get these Christmas streamers hanging down on this side, but Halloween looking ones on this side. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. It's a Halloween Christmas wreath. I'll get one above his bed, and I might get this one over here because the pattern on it reminds me of that giant snake. Oh, this is perfect. We'll do alternating garlands. We'll do a Christmas one and then also a Halloween one, which actually has skulls, just like our friend Jack Skellington. I think our next move is to get in some more creepy looking toys. Oh my gosh, the imaginary friend dolls are perfect for this, because the kids probably think they're getting a normal, regular doll, but no, it comes alive and it's very scary. And just like I did last time, I'm going to get in Jack Skellington himself, right? This is totally Jack Skellington. I really wish we had a Santa hat in this game so I could put it on top of his head. I guess what I could do, this is such a dumb idea, I can size this Christmas hat down and put it on his head. Also, like last time, we're gonna get in good old Sally, although I think I did her last time, because Sally has ginger hair, but this one just looks more like Sally in my opinion. So yeah, we'll do this one. We'll put it right next to Jack Skellington and some more creepy haunted dolls. Alright, well I think that can wrap it up for the Nightmare Before Christmas bedroom. I think it turned out pretty good. We got some pretty good details in here and all the very scary presents I would hope to never ever get. I think it's a pretty good mix of creepy and Christmas. Okay, well now we are left with 3 bathrooms. Downstairs we have a really big bathroom actually. In my last video I had to do a 6x6 bathroom, which sounds scary but it ended up being so fun. So I was in the mood for another big bathroom. Here we go, let's waste no time, we're just gonna spin, because we're already so close to being done. This time we are going to, oh, I was really hoping we'd get Rudolph. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. He's just so cute. I needed him for at least one room. Although we're kind of doing him dirty with the bathroom. So poor little Rudolph, he's a little different from the other reindeers because he's got that flashy red nose. And I think I might even show that with the light. We could get this red ball light. I don't know, it's a ball the same shape as his nose. And what we can do is we can change it to red. I know it looks like a lot. It's a little scary right now. I might add in some wall lights to balance it out. And I'm so so tempted to do white carpet for the snow again, but it's a bathroom. I feel like we have to do a tile. Maybe we can do this white marble flooring. The texture or the pattern kind of reminds me of snow. The wallpaper, I didn't really think about that. This one is kind of giving ice. This is an option. We could also go like brown because he's brown, but maybe we'll just do brown in the furniture. We'll get him a nice bathtub because he deserves it after being bullied by those other reindeer. Maybe we could use some horse ranch because, you know, a horse is kind of like a reindeer. And I guess we could just do some red accents. It might look a little weird, but we are trying to feature his red nose. And since I didn't do carpet for the snow, I might just do a fluffy rug. Like this Love Struck one is pretty good. And where are those reindeer? I know I've used them throughout the house. Yes, here we go, because there's actually a Rudolph swatch. So we can get Rudolph actually in the bathroom. I don't know who this one is. Maybe he had a kid. Oh yeah, isn't there the other one? Oh, I forgot her name. Like his girlfriend. Was her name Clarice? Yeah, she was kind of like a lighter color, but she didn't have a red nose. But that's okay. We gotta add her in. We'll make it work. We can put her over here by the bathtub. And I'm pretty sure she has a red bow with white spots. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna need to delete the walls. But I'm gonna take this red bow and I'm gonna raise it up on her head. It looks a little goofy, but it's also super cute. Maybe we can get a red robe since he like works for Santa. I was gonna put this in because it kind of looks like his nose, but it's also a ball covered in slobber, so maybe not. I was looking at paintings and there is this deer one from Tiny Living. It's kind of weird. It's supposed to be modern, and I'm not sure how I feel about that mixed with Rudolph's cute aesthetic. I think what I am gonna do though is put a bunch of cloud decals around because the whole story is, you know, he gets bullied for his nose, but come Christmas time, Santa wants Rudolph to lead the sleigh because it's a very foggy night and Rudolph with his nose so bright can light up the sky. So we'll just get some foggy looking clouds around here. Oh, I forgot about that one decal from Seasons, the reindeer one, and does it even have a red nose? Maybe that can replace this weird reindeer painting. I wanted to make it work, but it was not doing its job. This is so cute though, and it's accurate because he looks like he's flying through the sky. I kind of even want to get another one. No, poor Rudolph. It makes it look like he's coming out of the fog. And aren't there like board games and Growing Together or something? Because it was a big part of the story where he was not allowed to play games with the other deers because they excluded him for his nose. So we're gonna get him all the little board games that he wants. You won't be excluded over here, Rudolph. We got you. Even a little puzzle set. Maybe we can put one right by his feet like he's about to play with his family. I don't know why I was using an apple before. Maybe we can just use this red yarn ball. And I want these to be baby Rudolph, so we'll give them red noses too. Okay, well there is our little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer bathroom. I know it's a little on the sillier side, but come on, it's Rudolph. I also really love the light and just everything about this room. Okay, let's go back upstairs. And what bathroom next? Maybe we'll do the ensuite. Okay, the last ones are a little scary. I feel like they're a little hard, but either way, we're gonna be able to do them. For the ensuite bathroom, we're gonna get Christmas Vacation. This movie is just very silly. I've seen this one like 100 times because my family made it a Christmas tradition. Funny movie, but I have to say I'm a little over it. It's like their whole family is getting together for Christmas this year, and to put it lightly, it's just a mess. Everything is going wrong. Now, since this takes place in a house, there's like one picture of their bathroom, and I'm just gonna try to follow off of it just like we did with Home Alone and Christmas Story. It shows it in the movie very briefly when he's turning himself into Santa Claus. Sorry, I'm just saying I'm talking about the main character, Clark. I'm nervous to do the wallpaper because it's very unique, very specific, and I know for certain that we don't have anything like it. Like, in my opinion, this is the closest we can get, and the curtains, it looks like a red or pink gingham, which I already know we don't have, right? I feel like I would know if we had gingham curtains. Is this the closest we'll get? It's pretty awful, but then again, in these movies, the houses are usually decorated pretty awfully. Oh, what am I thinking? We have this plaid one from Cats and Dogs. I'm just not a fan of the swatches, but I mean, if we're going for realism here, this one is definitely closer, just like pattern wise. It looks like they have a couple pink hand towels, one right there and one on like the other side of the wall. All this is very light pink, but in the movie it's like a more rosy pink. I'm gonna get a red robe in here too because, like I said, he was turning into Santa Claus. You see some jar clutter on the counter, maybe some of this clutter like a hair dryer. Oh, this rug, this is more like the pink they have. Okay, and if you don't know this movie, one one of the scenes that I remember the most is when Clark is decorating the house. He wants to go all out and he puts way too many lights. Like, it is so bad, way too much. It's everywhere on the house. So we're gonna get a bunch of these string lights all around the room. And if at any moment you think it's excessive, that's exactly what we're going for. Yes, and it fits pretty perfectly too. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Why does that make it look like the movie? Do we have a squirrel in this game? Oh, we have the squirrel hot chocolate mug. That is so random, and I don't know why you would have that in your bathroom, but I do want to add it because in the movie, I think it was a squirrel. A squirrel was in their Christmas tree because they literally got their tree from outside. They cut it down and took it home. And so a squirrel was living in there and their cat attacked it and the tree fell over. I don't even know. I'm telling you, this movie is so chaotic. I might even get some snowflakes because when they're out cutting down their tree, it's like actually freezing and they're getting frostbite. The daughter's eyes get closed shut from ice. It's crazy, so we gotta add in some snowflakes or something. Okay, I could go on and on about this one, but it's a small space. I think we added in a pretty good amount of stuff. And for what it's worth, it looks pretty similar to their real bathroom. And the lights really pull it together. Okay, that one was so much fun for me. Now we only have one more bathroom. Okay, here we go. We only have 2 more options. I'm so sorry if you love one of these and it doesn't get chosen, but let's just go ahead and spin. Oh, of course it has to be so close too. I think it's A Wonderful Life. So this movie is old, like old. It was like the late 40s or early 50s. Wait, that's crazy. That's like almost 100 years ago. This one might be a little hard though. The movie is in like full black and white, so I feel like we should do a full black and white bathroom. We do want it to be pretty vintage looking. I don't know, it seems like they had lots of tile though. I don't know if that's right. I'm not well acquainted with the 40s style. I see a lot of these kind of sinks. We'll get in a little mirror. For right now, I'm just getting in the basics. Okay, now to add in stuff based on the movie, because we've really just been doing a 1940s inspired bathroom in black and white, which I don't even know if we got that aesthetic across, but whatever. I know one of the main things is Clarence the Angel, who was sent to help out George Bailey because he was really depressed. I don't remember what it was. I think something with his job and money, but sweet little old Clarence, he comes by, he's an angel in training, and he comes to save him on Christmas Eve to show him how much he means to the world. We don't really have angels in this game, but I have to do this fairy gnome. Guys, this actually kind of looks like Clarence, and he's just so cute, totally reminds me of him. It is actually a very sad story. I think I cry every single time I watch it, so just beware, take caution if you haven't watched it but you want to. Would this be really dumb to put this in and pretend that it's George Bailey? Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. That doesn't even look like him. Although, you know what he does remind me of? He reminds me of that greedy business guy, Mr. Potter. I hated that guy so much in that movie. He was so selfish. I know this is like criminal money, but we should give it to him because he ended up having a lot of financial issues. But I think at the end of the movie, he gets a bunch of money back and we're just gonna put it right next to the toilet. It's like he's so rich now, he can use cash for toilet paper. Maybe we can get some nice gallery photos of like a family. I feel like that could look like him. Oh, we could also get this one. There we go. We got George Bailey right there. He did really love his family, so I guess that makes sense. He would have some family portraits. He was a banker. What if we got the unicorn piggy bank? We'll put it next to Mr. Potter over here since he was our rival. Maybe we'll get him like a business award, a business card holder. I am aware of how silly this is. I don't know how this is going. Oh hey, this kind of looks like his wife. Okay, so we have his 2 main supporters over here in this corner, and then we have his evil rival in this corner. I don't know what to think about this one. It was definitely hard. I knew it was gonna be hard. We made lots of silly references and it was still fun, even though it was hard. Oh my gosh, and now we are done with our Christmas movies build. Wow, was that a project, but it was so fun. What a great way to get into the Christmas spirit. Like I said, make sure you let me know your favorite room down in the comments. I think mine, I love the Home Alone room. I really like Elf as well. The Nightmare Before Christmas one. Oh, all of these. I don't know, I like all of them. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know your favorite because I can't even choose mine. Okay, well here is our Christmas movie home all done and complete. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you liked the little kickstart to our winter builds this year. I'm so excited for more. Leave me some more suggestions down below because you guys are so creative. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Stay warm out there and I will see you in the next video. Bye!